Thank you. My name is Ki-Youn. I'm a co-founder and CEO of EON.health. Before starting my startup, I was a corporate strategist, and my last project was developing an AI IoT platform, and it was realized to the $20 billion global business model. So today, I wanted to introduce the overall macro level perspective about digital healthcare platform. These days, many people talk about platforms, but however, the term has become ambiguous because it is really so overused. So in this presentation, I will talk about how technology and platforms are different and what characteristics the disruptive, innovative platforms have. First of all, what's a platform? Many people think of Uber, Airbnb, and Netflix's or software network effect, etc. However, applying this kinds of concept to healthcare is not tangible. So, we will expand our perspective on the whole IT innovation beyond software. And yes, we will start the story of the first IT platform innovation in human history. The development of metal casting in 15th centuries drove the advancement of moving metal type, leading to invention of Gutenberg's printing press. As we know, this printing technology drove the Reformation, Enlightenment, and scientific revolution. Gutenberg's printing technology helped the West advance into science technology faster than the East for the first time. However, there is a very interesting fact. Actually, the oldest moving metal type was invented in Korea 80 years earlier. What do you mean by that? Innovative technology itself is just the starting point. Platform innovation is key. These days, everyone is talking about LLM and AI, but solution itself cannot be a one-size-fits-all solution. We often make the mistake of predicting the future based on the present with a linear perspective. But innovations, especially in platforms, tend to grow rapidly in a respective way with quantitative explosion and compression in time. Now let's move on to the recent IT platform innovation. We will start from the semiconductor industry innovation. Why should we look at the semiconductors? Personally, I believe that the kind of innovation we've seen in semiconductor industry over the 30 years will be happen in healthcare. It looks like I'm not the only one who thinks this way. In January, NVIDIA CEO Jung skipped CES to attend JP Morgan healthcare conferences, where he mentioned about biology being the next big thing. And furthermore, US government is also viewing biology as a national security technology like semiconductors. On the left, the document of the biomanufacturing strategy especially mentioned about the US government's mistake with semiconductors. Since the 1990s, the global middle class has grown, which has expanded the addressable market for electronics. This graph shows the surge in computing power on log scale. It became possible the digitization and model and stimulate the physical characteristic of semiconductor cells. It led to faster development of complex systems. Because of this macro level shift, reshaped the whole industry. In the past, companies like Intel handled all the procedure from design to manufacturing. But these days, design and production has separated and specialized. Later, I will share an example of healthcare that follows this trend as well. And we will dive into the case of ARM, which have had a major impact in IT innovation history. This graph is an easy concept diagram of design platform. Many companies have been able to develop quickly and easily specialized chips on top of this design platform. It led to faster development and to create the variety of the small electronics with new features. How did ARM create the platform? Before ARM, CPU has seen as rocket science that only Intel could make. But ARM shifted that perspective by providing CPUs through a licensing model. And by simplifying the instruction sets, it led small, fast, and low-power CPUs, as we all know, is the perfect processor for mobile era. This led to the era of the system on chip, where multimedia, communication, and input-output interfaces are all integrated into one chip. This laid the foundation of smartphone era, as we all know. On top of this smartphone platform, the new additional multi-layers platform was created. The unified ecosystem, including operating system and development platforms, which led to the creation of which shifted the focus away from the value, which was the function-centric value in the old electronic devices, but it redefined it by providing infrastructure like ARM's development platform. On top of that, new platform and new industry was invented, as we all know, smartphone applications. And it redefined value by governance. Now, let's move on to the healthcare innovation. Digital healthcare is the solution with digitization and AI to all healthcare industry problems. So we will apply the frameworks we've seen in IT innovation to the healthcare industry. As the global life expectancy increases, the demand for healthcare will be increased significantly. The exponential computing power improvement has continued, and the average computing power held by biotech companies is located at the pink point. This graph shows that the average required computing power for biomedical applications such as screening, analysis, and drug design. And the pink is the average computing power held by biotech. It matches with the level needed for the biomedical applications. So it means it will accelerate the speed of the development and growth will be significant. So the biggest change already happened a lot in the last 10 years, especially for drug development. We can look at as an example of CRO services and CDMO services. IQVIA, which provides CRO services, have seen its revenue increase by 3 times over 10 years. And among CDMO companies, WuXi ranked number 3, Samsung ranked number 4 in market share, has seen its revenue increase by skyrocketing over the 10 years. As we are seeing, AI/ML will accelerate analysis and drug development into a different dimension. And organoid will enable rapid testing and stimulate reduced time to clinical approval. And biofoundry will assist agile and bioengineering applications. Regulatory standpoint, there is a movement to make the healthcare more accessible for patients and streamline the whole industry. This will have a positive ripple impact on our long-term goal like new drug development and personalized medicine. Let's move on to another key pillar of the healthcare, patient-centered caring. The U.S. healthcare system administrative costs it accounts for about 35% of total expenditure. Personally, I believe with that, we are passing the horizontal integration phase in the healthcare platform innovation. As we all know, LLM is a series of combinations with the highest probabilities and is really good at translating. So, just like how translating between English, Korean, and JavaScript is the same for LLMs, LLM will eliminate inefficiency across cross-functional teams, and it will help improve the patient-centered caring efficiently and effectively with new values. These new values will come from a complete understanding of how various AI models, patients, and providers work together. And hopefully we will make it happen through the new approach. So we, EON.health, making a platform with AI companion that understands you holistically to maximize your functionality and your health span. Through the innovations we experience in IT, we will see the quantitative explosion and compression in time in overall healthcare industry. Let's go back to the first question. What's the differences between Gutenberg's printing technology and Korea's first technology? It was Renaissance. Virtually, social acceptance has changed a lot recently. Personally, I believe that these changes will really drive healthcare innovation tremendously. COVID mRNA vaccine was widely accepted around the world. Now, GLP-1 therapies change how we see the preventive medicine. In order to ride this huge wave of innovation, our willingness to experiment and integrate new methods will be crucial. Thanks for your listening.